Hi guys, Energizicals coming to you again. I know some of you probably may be a little tired of me stating this, but I am so concerned about the prospect of the frequency of 5G increasing from where it is already. I just wanted you to take a look at this video that I got from Decagon. It has 10 reasons why 5G should scare the out of you. So I want you to take a look at it. Number 5 and number 1 were particularly concerning because it has to do with reproduction. And there's some other ones on there that may be concerning to you as well. So you get a chance, look at this video, please take a look at all 10 of these reasons why 5G should scare the out of you. Here it is.
5G, the fifth generation of cell phone technology. Like every next-gen technology, 5G will give your phone a faster connection, allowing you to download a 3D movie, for example, in just 30 seconds. Eventually, sensors, thermostats, cars, robots, and every other sort of device will connect to 5G in one way or another. But is there a dark side to this new technology? Here's 10 reasons why 5G should scare the out of you. Number 10. It scares the out of pigs. In the past, sporting events have helped introduce new technology, such as the high-speed trains unveiled at the '64 Tokyo Olympics. During the Pyongyang Olympic Winter Games, South Korea deployed a 5G network to take care of a nagging problem in their countryside. Wild boars. Tens of thousands of them rampage through the potato and carrot fields of Korea's backcountry. Nationwide, 3 people were killed and 21 injured between 2012 and 2016. Using a 5G network as a relay, South Korea is using fast-acting systems that shoot rays, spew gases, emit tiger roars to herd these literal 5G guinea pigs around. Is it possible that 5G networks could be used to herd us like sheep? There's a reason why the term guinea pig is used. Pigs are closely related to humans and are often used in place of us in scientific experiments. Number 9. It scares the out of firefighters. Take a look outside your window and you may see a cell phone tower going up. And if you have an issue, tough luck. The Telecommunications Act of 1996 makes it extremely difficult to block the installation of these towers, even though 5G is virtually untested on human beings outside of the military. But in 2004, a pilot study was conducted on California firefighters who had lived in the shadow of a tower for over 5 years. What they found was disturbing: headache, insomnia, brain fog, infertility, mood swings, intermittent confusion. And in 2017, the firefighters successfully negotiated one exemption found in California Bill SB 649. No cell phone towers can be located on a fire department facility in California. But if we can't put them in front of fire stations, what about schools, churches, and our own neighborhoods? Number 8. Harmful effects on plants. In 2010, researchers in Holland showed that trees planted in close proximity to a Wi-Fi router didn't do so well. The city of Alphen aan den Rijn in the west of Holland ordered the study after finding unexplained abnormalities on trees which were exposed to sources of radiation with frequencies in the cell phone range at a power of 100 megawatts and a distance of 20 inches. The trees placed closest to the Wi-Fi developed a lead-like shine in their leaves and eventually died. A 2017 by Spanish and German researchers went even further and analyzed the effects of mobile cell phone towers. No surprise, it also started killing the tree, especially on the side facing the tower. Sitting in a Wi-Fi hotspot for a year would only expose you to the same dose of radio waves as making a 20-minute mobile call. So if Wi-Fi is killing trees, imagine what a 5G tower can do. Number 7. Big money, big problems. We've all seen how big tobacco successfully used lobbying money and influence to conceal the adverse effects of nicotine. Are we seeing the same dynamic at play with 5G? The amount of industry money behind the 5G rollout is staggering. The industry will spend about $56 billion to develop, test, and deploy 5G services in the US alone through 2025. And that's not counting the lobbyists. Even more troubling, the scientists that are associated with 5G studies are not reporting their conflicts of interest. A Swedish watchdog group noted that 12 of the scientists on an EU panel that was tasked with studying 5G had undisclosed ties to telecommunication companies. Are we falling victim to the same old tricks? Or is 5G truly safe? Number 6. The sheer number of cell phone towers. Here's the other problem. 5G doesn't penetrate through solid objects very well, so in order to deliver the blinding speed, researchers estimate an antenna would be needed for every 12 homes or so in a dense urban environment. Consider this, there were about 308,000 wireless antennas on cell phone towers at the end of 2015, double the number there were in 2002. As an example, for downtown Los Angeles, Verizon would need 300 4G and 3,000 5G cell towers to cover the entire area in 5G, and that's just Verizon alone. When you factor in T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T, and all the others, each of them will want similar real estate for themselves. What does that mean? 4 times, 5 times, 6 times the number of cell phone towers? And what does that mean for our health? Number 5. Miscarriage. Can cell phone radiation increase the risk of miscarriages? Researchers at Kaiser Permanente in California recently published a study that indicated pregnant women were 3 times more likely to suffer a miscarriage following exposure to non-ionizing radiation from magnetic fields. What is that? That's the radiation produced by cell phones, antenna towers, and other wireless devices using technologies like Bluetooth. Let's take a closer look. According to Reuters, the Kaiser Permanente researchers studied 900 pregnant women living in San Francisco. Each participant was required to record their electromagnetic radiation field for a period of 24 hours. Researchers said that those that were exposed to the highest levels were 2.7 times more likely to miscarry as women with lower levels. So if you're pregnant, maybe start writing letters and put the phone down. Number 4. What's the frequency, Kenneth? There's a curious pattern that emerges when you look at the specific frequencies of these emerging technologies. Take moderately fast Wi-Fi at 2.4 gigahertz. That frequency just so happens to be the maximum dielectric loss point of water. What the is that? It's where water atoms rotate on their axis to line up with an electric charge. Basically, this frequency makes water vibrate in your body. Y gig is at 60 gigahertz, and that happens to be the exact frequency where oxygen begins absorption. If you can affect the orbital properties of oxygen, it could adversely impact your hemoglobin's ability to bind to it. 5G will increase the current 700 microwaves per second to 5.8 billion microwaves per second. Considering how many metals and other things we're eating and breathing, we might be able to conduct electricity. Number 3. Directed energy weapons. When journalist Curtis Waltman filed a FOIA request with the Washington State Fusion Center, our partner of Homeland Security, he was looking for information about Antifa and white supremacist groups. But he also received a mysterious file on psychoelectric weapons with the label EM effects on human body. The file included methods of remote mind control and other forms of torment, including rigor mortis, violently itching eyelids, and forced orgasms. It wasn't clear how the documents wound up in the agency's request, but there was no indication it was from a government program. But that doesn't mean the science isn't real. In fact, look up the active denial system on Wikipedia. It's frightening, and it can be used on a 95 gigahertz beam, which hasn't been handed out under 5G to any companies yet. Number 2, is 5G the new Skynet? Mysterious metal towers are popping up at bridges and tunnels across the New York City area, but even people at the Metropolitan Transit Authority can't say why they're being used or what's in them. It's a $100 million project shrouded in secrecy, and some say it's prima facie evidence that 5G is really the rollout of Skynet, a surveillance mesh network designed to track the movements of everyone. In fact, in 2018, a local paper in Seattle created a public outcry when they discovered that police had created a small digital network, small white boxes equipped with antennas and adorned on utility poles that collected data on internet-ready devices of anyone that passed by, essentially allowing police to see where cell phones, laptops, and other smart devices were located. The SPD said they had no bad intentions, but then a week later admitted that the system had already been turned on. Number 1. Declining sperm. In 2017, a study was released that showed that sperm concentration has declined 50% in 40 years in 3 continents. Many are trying to figure out what is causing the precipitous decline of sperm across every single demographic. Some theorize pesticides, lead, X-ray, stress, and countless other factors could be impacting sperm quality. Poor sperm health has been linked to cardiovascular issues, obesity, and other suboptimal conditions. But some say we're ignoring the most obvious culprit for sperm decline, the device in our pocket that's basically bathing our genitals in all sorts of electrical, magnetic, who knows whats. Perhaps 5G would turn the dial up to 11, or maybe we're just all crazy. If you live in Chicago, Los Angeles, Boston, Atlanta, San Francisco, or Indianapolis, you're in luck. 5G is coming to a town near you in 2018. Let us know if they're frying your brains or if the super fast speeds makes it all worth it. Good luck, guys. If you enjoyed this list, subscribe to Decagon and join our growing community.